everyone, how are you doing today? My name is Karina and welcome back to my channel. We are continuing the panning journey today, this time with an intro video, not just an update. It is an intro to a very famous project created by emilynmax here on YouTube. That project, of course, is the Graveyard Project Pan. So I'm sure a lot of you are already familiar with this project, but a quick rundown, selecting some items that you want to use up from your collection or hit some kind of goal on. There are two main categories, which are absolutely fantastic. So the first category that you have are your graveyard projects. So these are items that you had in previous projects that you either didn't make your goal on or to hit a new goal on. So lots of different options within that category. For me, because this is my first year on YouTube, I don't have a whole lot that truly does fit that category, but I do have products that I've tried to kind of pan on my own, so it kind of fulfills that prompt, but also falls into the second category. The second category, of course, is your collecting cobwebs, of course. It's going to be the category of beauty items that are sitting and collecting dust, and one of these items literally was collecting dust on top. I had to dust it off this morning because I have not used it in a very long time. Now, the update schedule is going to be a little bit different compared to my usual updates on my channel. Generally, I do monthly updates, but of course, the Graveyard Project Pan does bi-monthly updates. Of course, the finale on Halloween, because it is a 6-month project pan. And of course, goes with the whole spooky theme that we've got going on. So if you enjoy Graveyard Project Pans, make sure you give this video a like. And of course, I have all the details about this project in the description box down below. So without further ado, let's dive in to what is going to be joining my very first round of the Graveyard Project Pan. But the very first item that I'm going to be putting into this project is absolutely a collecting cobwebs category. I have not worn this in a very long time, and I have a lot of liquid eyeshadows. I generally don't open too many at a time because, again, the clock starts ticking on them a little bit faster. But this is one that I have open. So this is the Haus Laboratories. This is their liquid eyeshadow in the shade Aphrodite. So a beautiful, neutral, very gorgeous and pretty and sparkly, and I love it. But I think I haven't worn this in a year. It is a beautiful color. I got this as a choice item in BoxyCharm, so I have had it for, a little while at this point. My goal for this particular item is going to be to use it 30 times. Now you may think, oh, 30 times, because updating on the 30th, and it kind of fits the Halloween theme, which is very smart, and I realized that after. But actually I want it to be 30 times because that's going to work out to being, about 5 times per month. And 5 uses per month, that is consistent with, for example, the cream eyeshadow I have in Partners in Cream. So that's my logic behind it. And by doing 30 uses, that gives me a little bit more flexibility on, maybe some months I wear it more, other months I can prioritize other projects. So I wanted to build that flexibility into this very first item. So this is the shade Aphrodite, and this is the first one joining this project. The second item that I have joining this project is an eyeliner. And of course, eyeliners, I generally don't have a lot of these in projects. And this one in particular comes to us from Bourjois. So nice little beautiful eyeliner. Of course, I'll have the shade name up on the top for you guys, generally over here, because it's French. Because, Bourjois. Now, of course, this is a very beautiful, shimmery kind of brown shade. So I do like to wear this when, it can actually show up on the eyelid. So I have been trying to work on this a lot more in the last couple months, simply because I have so many eyeliners. This one's getting older and it's also getting shorter. The goal for this one is going to be to use it up. I don't know if that's possible. Of course it's possible, but with how I use it, how often I want to use it, what I'm going to be pairing eyeshadows with, I'm not sure, but that is going to be the goal. And I do find now that I'm getting lower down, or it could be because of age, I do have to sharpen this guy a little bit more than I had to previously. But this Bourjois beautiful brown eyeliner is going to be item number 2. And this one comes from the category of collecting cobwebs. Item number 3 is a product that I have been working on behind the scenes for quite a while. If you caught my Finish 7 by Spring project, then you would have seen the baby version of this, the little Nude by Nature banana powder. I, of course, also have the big one right here for us. So this is going to be challenging because, of course, the mini that I used had like 1.5 grams and it took me most of that project to finish it. This large one has 10 grams in it, which is significantly larger. Of course, that is the powder here. And powders, of course, very difficult to mark. But that seems to be ish, roughly. About there. About there's my starting point. So half left. I don't know if I can finish this. In fact, I don't think I'll be able to finish it. But I'm going to say my goal is to finish it because I want to. I want to have it done. Obviously, this is a large product. It is one of those more collecting cobwebs because it was the banana shade. And this has been the year of me trying to figure out how to use it. And it works as a setting shade. I don't think I'm going to particularly be going over purchasing banana shades, but that's kind of where I'm at with this one. So again, the goal is to finish, and this is a collecting cobwebs item. The next item, of course, is going to be my first resurrection category. So something that you guys have actually seen fairly recently, and of course, this is Fantasy. So, of course, very familiar. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I have the shade Bronzer here. Absolutely beautiful, gorgeous, stunning. Love it. I had rolled this in to This is Fantasy for the Prompt of the Dragon being a larger item, simply because this has 11 grams of product in it, and the only other, or really the only bronzer I have finished before was much smaller than that. So this was a dragon by comparison, right? A whole variety of different sizes of dragons in the world. I had put this in for 50 uses in This is Fantasy, and I did get that done. And I did kind of push to get that done fairly soon because I kind of already had in the back of my mind that I wanted to roll this in to the Graveyard Project Pan. Because I love it, I enjoy it. Since this has been rolled out of the project, I've been using a different bronzer, and I've missed this so much. Like, ugh. It's the scent, it's the feel, it's the experience, it's the look. Love this bronzer. So of course we'll have a close-up shot so you can see where I'm at this point. But the goal for this is going to be to try to hit pan on it. Now with myself and my panning preferences, when I'm trying to use a product, I do try to wear it down fairly consistently. Obviously not so much happening on this one. There's definitely more wear on this side compared to this side. But that's generally what I try to do. So eyeshadows, bronzers, absolutely everything. I try to wear them down consistently rather than kind of focusing in on one spot to hit pan. That, of course, is going to make my goal a little bit more challenging throughout this project. But that is going to be the goal. I have 6 months to play with this, and I enjoy this bronzer. So I'm just so excited to have it back in my rotation. So our first resurrection category, we're going to try to hit pan. This palette, you knew it was coming back. This is a very familiar palette for you guys if you've been watching my other videos on this channel. And that is because, of course, this palette is one I basically do want to finish with the exception of one of the highlighters in here, which doesn't work for me. Originally, this palette had 2 bronzers, 1 blush, and 3 highlighters. So, interesting choice in there. And I want to focus on the 2 remaining shades that I have to work on that actually do kind of work for me. This, of course, could look a little different from the last time you saw it, because this is where we are at now. So, obviously, this is the highlighter we are ignoring. We've got 3 beautiful shiny pans in here. And I have these 2 products, which are going to be rolled in separately into this category. Sort of as resurrection. So these 2 products are going to be rolled in kind of as resurrection because even though these 2 haven't been a focus in a previous project, this palette has been because I did finish the bronzer in, this bronzer in Good Fortune, and I did finish this highlighter in Pots of Gold. So let's take a look at these 2. So first off, starting with the blush, this is in Royal Flush. You can kind of see where we are at with that. Not quite side pan. There's a teeny little bit of blush still there. And this to me is a summer color. So I want to get use out of it for the summer because I don't know. It's not my favorite shade. I do prefer more of a pinkier blush, which is what I am wearing today. I want to get it done because I'm just so close on this palette. So that's going to be the goal. I have not repressed the blush at all. So this is just the natural progression that I have been making thus far. And so brush is still able to get a lot of product quite easily. So I probably won't have to repress it for a little while. But that is the progress that I'm making on Royal Flush. And of course, the goal in this project is going to be to finish it, giving me the prime time of the later spring, the summer, a little bit into fall, but hopefully by end of summer, that's going to be the goal. Don't know if I can hit it, but I am definitely going to try. 777s though does look a lot differently than the last time you guys have seen it. I'll throw a picture up on the screen as well because 777s has been recently repressed. It was getting very difficult to get a good amount of product on the brush. I don't want to risk damaging my brushes. So I have now had that repressed and like I'm optimistic, right? It is a little bit darker than the Pots of Gold highlight I was working on previously. So it does fit more of that summertime, although that is the highlighter I am wearing today. I have been wearing this highlighter since I have basically finished Pots of Gold to try to jumpstart this a little bit because I do want this palette done. And part of that is, of course, this highlighter. I'm optimistic and I'm hoping that's going to get done definitely before the finale. I'm anticipating at this point, but we will see. If I get that done, that'll be the second highlighter I will have ever finished, both of them coming from this palette. The bronzer I finished previously, the two of them in here, both came from this palette, hence why the butter bronzer is much larger in size. And of course, this palette as a whole is getting a little bit older in my collection as well, because this came to me from BoxyCharm. So I am very excited because we have the blush and the highlighter, and if I get that done, then I am done with this palette and get to move on to other more exciting palettes in my collection. So I'm very excited about that. And the next two items, you will see some similarities between their functions in a moment. But the first item I want to roll in, which is also something I don't think I've really had featured on this channel yet, but that of course is going to be a setting spray. I do use a setting spray every day to try to set my makeup. This one, of course, is the L'Oreal. This is their Infallible Pro Spray and Set Makeup Extender, which that sounds very promising. It's going to lock in your makeup for a fresh look all day. So I like the combo of both of those things, extend my makeup and make it look all nice, fresh, dewy, all of that good stuff. So it is a finishing spray. It is a setting spray. It's supposed to be for all day wear. I have used this once so far just to make sure it didn't have a scent that I didn't like, because if a setting spray has a scent I don't like, I'm not gonna like that. I cannot force myself to use it because that's like right in the face all day, or at least until it dissipates, which is too long for a scent you don't like. So this passed that initial test, so I've only used it once. So this is basically a completely full item. It's gonna be challenging to mark, but you know, we're gonna do it. We're gonna see what we can do, especially since we do have bi-monthly updates on it. There is 100 milliliters in here because it is a full-sized product. The goal is to finish it, and I do use a fair amount of setting spray, I think, at least compared to what I used to. So should be able to get through this in 6 months, I anticipate. But yeah, very exciting. So this, of course, is going to be another item, and this was a collecting cobwebs item because I had purchased it probably around a year ago at this point, and I hadn't touched it. So yeah, needs to join a project, and this one seems like a great one. And the next item and the final item that I am adding to this project is one that is definitely collecting cobwebs, because I literally had to dust it off this morning because I have not used this in such a long time. Partly because it is very much of a summer kind of product, so the timing of this project works quite well for it. But also because, you know, it feels very luxurious and special, and that kind of feeling that you get with these types of products. But I do have a backup of it because I got this as part of the Anastasia Beverly Hills BoxyCharm takeover, which was quite a while ago now. And then a couple months later, I saw this in pop-up and I bought it. So I really need to get going on this item. And what is it? This guy here. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Shimmer Body Oil. It smells... Oh, it smells so good. The scent of this is right up my alley. It is coconut vanilla, which I love both of those. So it smells so good. And it is beautiful for the summer, right? If we look on the back there, you can see all of this gorgeous shimmery goodness. And it looks very nice. Like, it's a fine kind of glitter. It's not like a super obvious, like, big chunks of glitter on the body. You do have to be careful when spraying it because it can get a little concentrated, so you have to go like really far back and all of that, or you have to pat it out. But I do enjoy wearing it, just I'm not very good at wearing it because, again, it's that special product, even though I now have a backup of it. That's why it's getting rolled into this project. So again, because it's a very summer appropriate project, this project works well for it, and because it's heavily collecting cobwebs. And that, of course, is my starting mark on it. So I have used, a little bit of it, enough to know that I enjoy this a lot, but I almost need to put it into this project as a means of giving myself permission to use it, but also giving myself a reminder to use it. And that is why it's being rolled into this particular project. In terms of a goal for this item, I don't think I can finish it. I don't think that's a realistic goal for me to set. But what I want to do is get to like the halfway point of this bottle. And I think that's going to be a really good start. Of course, if I surpass this goal, then we'll just keep going. But that's going to give me something more realistic to reach for rather than having a goal that's like, oh, I have to use up all of this. I don't know if I can do that. So this is going to be the last item that is joining us for this project. That is my collection of items here for us. And I'm just very, very excited to really dive into them, play with them, because these are products I do enjoy. I mean, the banana powder is just kind of meh, and the blush is kind of meh as well. But for most part, I do like all of these items. They're easy to use and to incorporate, except for maybe that body oil, we shall see. But I wanted to focus on products that I enjoyed, products that would also be more long-term since this is a 6-month project. And we'll just see how we do. Normally I do set goals at this point in the video, but at this point, I don't really know what goals to set beyond I want to use all these products and make progress on them. Because some of them I haven't used in a very long time. For example, the Haus Laboratories eyeshadow. Some of these products I haven't used at all, and others of them I just don't know how long it's going to take for me to hit goals on them. So for the first update, it's just going to be a play, right? See what I can progress with tracking, see how I can do, make sure I enjoy all of these items the same way I do in my memory or because they're new items. But that is where we're going to leave it for today. That is everything for this intro video today. Again, Graveyard Project Pan created by emilynmax, linked down below in the description box. Very famous project. Lots of people have done it, and I enjoy watching this project from other people. So if you're doing this project, let me know in the comments down below. Good luck as you guys are progressing in your panning journey. And I will see you guys, remember, in 2 months for the first update for this project. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next update very soon. Have a wonderful day.